I've been making YouTube videos for 13 years. And so in honor of that, I'm gonna go through 13 videos and give my reaction in real time. But here's the thing, I'm working with the video team and I don't know the videos that I'm gonna be shown. And so they say, we want your real reaction. And all I can think of is like, if I go back to myself 13 years ago, somebody say a prayer. I had much darker hair and I didn't know what I was doing. So now, 13 years later, I have lighter hair and I still don't know what I'm doing. But before we do that, my midday pick-me-up is about 11:20. We pour a little bit of espresso, little kick, and then we do 32 grams of protein, baby. This is how we do. We come up, we start building some muscle. Okay, 0 sugar. It's a no nut butter cup. I mean, you guys, this is like a Reese's piece, a caffeinated Reese's Pieces with no sugar. It's not a sponsored ad. If they would like to send me free product, I'll totally take it. Oh my. The first video is called Shooting Star. Oh God, already I'm cringing. Oh God, the music.
Hi, and welcome to my very first video FAQ. A couple days ago, I put out on Facebook and Twitter if anybody had any questions, I would be answering them in a blog post. Well, what happened was a really awesome thing. A lot of people responded, and it was so great to see so many people with so many amazing questions. And if any of you know me personally, y'all know that I don't know how to type, but I sure know how to talk fast. So JD and I decided to try something a little bit new, which is to talk through some of the answers because I feel like I could probably get through them faster in a video form than I could typing it. So here we go.
Okay.
Maybe these will become like a regular thing on the blog, maybe not.
Maybe they'll become a regular thing. Oh my God, girl, if you only knew. Okay, can we have like a moment for that one eyebrow that's like hanging on by like one hair? Like I want to apologize for my eyebrows. I want to apologize to my eyebrows. And secondly, let's go back. At this time, 13 years ago, JD and I were renting a condo and it was not well lit. It was very, very small. And the background was just a very typical apartment background that did nothing for like my business. And so I didn't have a microphone, I didn't have lights, I literally just got a camera and pressed record. But before I did that, I went to Home Depot, we got a piece of plywood, we painted the plywood, and then I just got old newspaper, I shredded newspaper, and then I just glued it to the back. Art, okay, it's art. If I'm being nice to myself, job well done for getting it done, and job well done for not letting what you don't have stop you. And at the end of the day, that background, while it's a little cringe, it's a lot less cringe than what like my background would have been, so there's that. Happy birthday, Jasmine, to the girl who never gives up. Aww.
I think I got a brain fart. Okay, just let's start again. I'm not ready. Sorry. Okay, we're testing the light, and it's a new location.
Oh my God.
And I need lipstick. Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on, how's the hair? Any type of, no? Yeah, no, I'm. Okay, let's do it. Cut it again.
Oh wow. Hey, your girl just doesn't give up. I'll tell you that. Okay, a couple things that came up for me was man, my husband, business partner, that guy has been down from the jump. We had no idea what we were doing. And I think that I forgot, like he did every video. Like I would press record, but he would make sure that we were in focus and he would be giving me like real-time feedback. He edited all of these videos. We would just get the movie file from our card and then upload it into iMovie, and then we just watched or read. We didn't even watch, y'all. This is like early YouTube. We would go to Google and we'd follow the step-by-steps, like how to do the fade in. Like you could see between videos like 1 and 2, however many videos had like passed since then, we then had a fade in and then a rollout of text. Google. But yeah, like I think this video reminds me, dang, I showed up. And here's the thing, I don't ask anybody to do what I have not done myself. Dang. Okay, we're gonna get into, oh, I saw the title. Exposed. Oh, snap! Let's get like a little time lapse. Video number 1 dropped like I think late 09, early 2010. This video for Exposed magazine is 2011. So there was 2 years of me making videos of the pretty much the same quality and caliber. I self-published my own magazine. Like, if you don't know, now you know. As a photographer, people were asking me about my origin story, and people were like, are you gonna write a book about your photography journey? And I was like, no, I wanna do things different. I wanna find a way for me to get my work featured in a magazine, even if it wasn't getting featured in magazines at the time. So I'm like, I'm gonna make my own magazine. And that was crazy because I had no idea how to make a magazine. And I connected with my homegirl, Promise Tangeman. We go way back. And I was like, have you ever made a magazine? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, do you want to make a magazine with me? She's like, I don't know if we can, but like, let's go out and try. So we tried and we did it. So I wrote my whole photography journey and origin story up until that point. And when I think back to it, 2011 is when I dropped the magazine. I started my career in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my God, I'm like writing my autobiography about 4 years is my career. Like, oh. Anyway, it was what it was. And I wrote it out. It took me like, gosh, months, like hundreds of pages of docs that got professionally edited, like my friends who were librarians, legit, shout out to Gail and Anda. I paid them because they're like avid book readers and editors. And I'm like, can you help me with this? And then we got this doc, and then Promise put it all into a magazine. And so me being a marketer, but at the time I didn't consider myself a marketer, I was a straight up photographer. Only a photographer. And I'm like, but I gotta market this magazine and I gotta market a physical product, something I've never done before. This is about the time I ever hired a professional videographer to shoot a commercial for the magazine. And like years later, I'll tell you right now, I don't even need to look at this video. It's probably ranking top 1 or 2 videos I'm the most proud of because of how this team literally took nothing, a bunch of nobodies trying to do something, and we made like a product around it. Ugh. Freaking girl.
It was a crazy idea, but crazy ideas aren't new to me. They're actually what drive me. This idea was to publish a magazine, and so we did. It's about my business, what went on behind the scenes, you know, the story behind the story. Things I never shared, the self-doubt, wanting to quit, the criticism, and of course, the accomplishments along the way. All the things I garnered, but those things made me. And so I decided to publish a magazine because this isn't just my story. A small piece belongs to us all because we're connected to the dream and the struggle. And at the end of the day, crazy ideas aren't always so crazy. I'm Jasmine Starr, and this is Exposed.
Woo, man. Oh, okay. This is so crazy about this. Dang. Trevor Honey was my photographer. I met Trevor on, I think, Facebook. He was a professor at Cal Baptist University, and he was trying to become a photographer. And now if you look at Trevor's work, he's exploded. He is a high mainstream luxury fashion photographer. He's incredible. Anton Lorimore shot the video, and he's now like super mega, like top 1%, 1%, 1% of videographers traveling the world, working for like the Smithsonian, like National Geographic. And then there's me, and I think to myself, gosh, this was like over like 12 years ago to be able to start something, and I still believe the same thing. I believe that impossible dreams are like crazy ideas are not so crazy. It's just me like early in my career, and I think that this is like the perfect encapsulation of that. Dang. Okay, this video is how to pose for a photo shoot posing a groom. Okay, so before I get into this, I'll tell you, I can remember, like I vividly remember every single one of these videos. And I want to like point out how around this time, there was a lot of questioning and a lot of negativity around like my process. And it was super hard during these years because I'm not, nor was I, a trained photographer. So people had a very distinct opinion about me creating tutorials, free tutorials around how to do things from the photographic world because I didn't have any like professional credibility. I didn't go to school. I was never trained. I don't have an MBA in business. I was working with a very basic camera at the time, and people were like, who is she to do that? And I feel like this is just a reminder, like me speaking to me now is, dang, you should not have been making this content. Well, you should have been making this content. And I'm happy that I did make that content despite what people thought. And so I just feel like it's just like a good reminder to continue making the content right now. Just got off an interview earlier today, and we were talking about what it means to build 8-figure businesses and help other people do that. And I'm just like, it's so new in my journey. Should I even be talking about this? It was the first time that I ever said it publicly in an interview. And immediately after that, I come in and do this video, and I kind of felt a certain way about it. Like, don't front, be honest, share your journey, don't posture. But still that imposter syndrome kind of like pops up. It's like, should you be doing this? Like, who are you? And then I look at this, and I think at the same time people were saying like, who are you? And then I did it. And so it's like just like a full circle reminder to continue like making and sharing content, even if you feel like other people have opinions about it.
In addition to getting just portraits of him, of Mike, or of the groom in this situation, what I want to do is have him just in a pose, but I also want him to move into a pose. So I'll have him just kind of standing, and then what I'll always do is kind of make him adjust his tie or his coat, move his hands into his pocket, move his feet, shift his weight from side to side.
Okay, so this video was 10 years ago. So like 2014. Now what happens between 2011 and 2014 is that I understand that the free content that I've been making, people want to go deeper with it. So I did this video, posing a groom, and it was like about 5 minutes, value packed, a ton of content. And then let me see what I wrote in the description. Okay, wow. It says, in this video, I'll be walking through how to naturally pose a guy or how to pose a groom and talk about my settings and approach. I had my website, I had my Twitter, and I had Facebook. But there was a play coming on here. I had to show people my process and what I was doing because later that year, I would launch the Jasmine Star store. And in the store, I was selling like 6 to 8 minute video tutorials. Like, so you'll see in future videos, I don't know if we're gonna show them, but in future videos, I would say to see the full shoot or to learn more or to join other shoots, go to jasminestarstore.com. So I was creating a ton of free value pack content to build my name and brand. And so if people wanted to go deeper, they would be able to pay for that. But yeah, I'm not even in that foray yet. Crazy. Okay, the day my dreams came true. Okay, that's a bit of a jump. 8 years ago. So this is 2016, okay. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. So it was a little bit of a joke. Like, I've always had this fascination with unicorns, maybe because I dream of being a brown unicorn. Seeing this video takes me back. Well, number one, JD's down for anything because that unicorn jumping behind me, I told you that brother's down. Nobody gets it. Everyone's just like, you're just so much. And you're this. And I was like, he likes it. Y'all, homeboy would not be doing this if he didn't secretly like it, or at least like me. He's been down. I'm really like so happy that I see this video, mostly because it's just a reminder of how far we've come. Like I can't look back at my life and my career and say I didn't do anything and everything I could to move the needle at least 1% each day, or even at sometimes like each year. Oh my God, shut up. Okay, the video is entitled How to Build a Brand. I just spoke about Promise Tangeman, the girl who designed my magazine. Okay, so if we go way, way, way back, Promise got a degree in graphic design. She was based in Seattle. She ended up moving down to Southern California, and she reached out to me to shoot her wedding. And I was like, who is this girl? She's so cool. I just like her vibe. I didn't end up getting booked. YOLAs. We ended up being really good friends in the process. So I knew that she was a graphic designer, and we were both kind of like on the come up, and she was designing websites at the time, and I was like, I know you do this digitally, can you do it physically for the magazine? Well, we built such a good reputation, and she has built like every website I've ever had, the Jasmine Star brand, she's done them all. And so this video was 7 years ago. So this is like 2018-ish? Yeah, 2018. Okay, so 2018 drops, and 2018 is kind of like, 2017, 2018 is when I kind of make a big kind of outward facing shift away from just the photographer community. I went really deep with photographers and then slowly started expanding. 2017, 2018, I'm just like, no, I am for small business owners, like period. But in order for me for people to see me in a different way, I had to create content that reframed who I was. She's a photographer. I will always be a photographer. People are like, she's not a photographer anymore. Number one, I was a photographer before you ever thought I was a photographer, and I'll be a photographer for as long as I think I'm a photographer. Forever. But in order for people to redefine how I was in the terminology they use, this meant that I had to create so much content around the thing I wanted to be in the future so that the conversation around my name would change. I really wanted to start becoming identified, not just with helping photographers build a brand and market their business, but people building a brand and marketing their business. So I connected with Promise and I said, hey, let's just do a free series on Facebook. So I was just like, we're just gonna go live on Facebook and we're gonna teach people about building a brand. Why? Value, 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 create content to redefine the way that people are viewing you and then add value around what it is you're teaching. Dang. JD shot that. Oh my God, I'm gonna make out with him. He's gonna come home and he's gonna be like, what is going on with you? I was like, you mean now, let's go. Whoa! Okay, he got our camera and he's not a videographer. He was just getting in. This is the beauty about what it is. He had a camera and he just had to make sure that the camera found focus for a video. So as photographers, we knew how to find focus. Videographers, like, it's just different, it's manual. And so he just had to make sure that we were in focus for 1 to 2 seconds at a time. You'll see there isn't a clip in that entire video that was more than 2 seconds. We would just find whatever it was and we just dropped it in iMovie. And that beginning, that graphic on the front end, that's just my writing. And like, we just scanned my writing and then got 2 to 3 second clips and we just were, and then if you go down, this is it. Oh, wow. If you go down in the description, we're focusing on how to differentiate your business and stand out brand and answer your questions along the way. Sign up at yourbrandologist.com. Dang, we bought the URL, Your Brandologist, because we wanted people to sign up so that we got their emails to build our newsletter list for people who were interested, not just in me about a photographer, but me around building a brand and marketing it. Dang, shout out. Okay. Aww, this video is how we met and fell in love. Speaking of the devil, okay.
For him, and I had never gone up to a guy ever in my life. And my friends were like, "You should, like, he was so nice, like, go talk to him, go talk to him." And I was like, I can't go. And they're like, "Go talk to him." So he's leaving, and I run up to him like a fool. Like, I'm like, "Hey!" And then I stop. I'm like, "So."
He also called me out again. He was, "Oh, here's another note from Jack."
The counselor started carrying notes back and forth to our school. And then afterwards,
I was about him. Like, I still am. That was our guy. We met in high school. We met and fell in love in high school. And we always joke around, like, if we were to meet today, would we still, like, do you think we would still be connected? I was like, yeah, obviously. I think we've grown up together, and I think that has definitely helped. But this video to get a little emo. A little bit of a backstory. I decided, this video was 6 years ago. Around that time, I was like, I think I need to revive my YouTube channel. I let my YouTube channel go dormant for like 3 years. There's a big gap in content. There's reasons why that happened. I'm not gonna get into them now. Maybe that's like a whole different vlog about dealing with haters and then how you see yourself thereafter and what stops you from posting and showing up. Different video. I took a big break. I just pulled back entirely. And around 6 years ago, I was like, I think I want to start testing YouTube again, but I wasn't sure in what capacity. I met a girl in the alley of Venice Beach. And there was this guy who was shooting there with her. And I was like, hey, what's up? How are you? We start talking. I come to find out he's an OC. And I was like, oh, like, let's get together. Like, let's just do a couple test shoots. And so up until that point, he had seen my content. And he's like, yeah, well, I could see that you're creating content, but like, who are you as a person? And so he just started, he's like, well, in order for us to start working together, why don't we just put together a very short video around how you met so people start seeing more of you as the video creator. That was probably the greatest piece of advice that really kind of like revamped how I started looking at YouTube. It took me a few years to kind of like gear up for it, but I'm really thankful for that video. An introvert's guide to networking. Oh.
It'd be for us to connect, to grow our businesses with intentionality and a purpose.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward.
Come along with me. So, one of the girls who's speaking on a panel is Lindy Galloway. Lindy and I actually had a
Oh, so interesting. What you'll see is about a year passed from that interview with JD and I to this video. And you'll see how the iteration with the videographer, he was getting what we call B-roll. He was setting the scene and he was, I was there to speak on a panel. Traditionally, I would have got the video footage of me speaking on a panel as a professional, but he found it very important to marry both who I was as a person to who I was professionally. I think he did that in a very visual way. And that was really what you had to do to actually stick out on YouTube at the time. Dang. Okay. So, I'm filming my first TikTok behind the scenes. I filmed my first TikTok 3 years ago. This was, just before Reels. So this is probably about 9 or 10 months before Reels. And I see TikTok I know it matters. I could see that it's part of the future. And I was like, I can't do this alone. Like, I think I'm gonna need help. And so I asked people, to help me film my first TikTok. Okay, I needed training wheels. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay.
Right? Is that what you call them? A TikTok video. What the heck? Am I 87? Boys and girls, it's your first TikTok video. It's your... Oh, I'm ticking? I'm really ticking? Is that what the kids say? This is my first TikTok. I've never done it before. So far what we've done is determined my first video is going to have 2 people in it so I can have a conversation. Where this is J1. And we're going to record all of J1's lines because it's going to be a conversation. And then I'm going to change an outfit. Okay. Jasmine?
Yeah?
I'm a business owner and I work with followers on...
Crazy. Okay, so what we just documented was actually us creating content on a phone versus a DSLR. So you're gonna start seeing a lot of changes. I do a lot of my YouTube videos, even long form, on phones. Now I still use DSLRs, but it's really cool that we captured how, like, the shift in how people are making marketing. It's so much easier to make marketing now. Dang. Okay. Oh my God. Dang. Tell me you're from East LA without telling me you're from East LA. Dang. Imagine. Okay. Posing with a partner. Wow. 3 years ago. Okay. Now this is crazy. I'm gonna pause for a second and go back. I was creating a video, how to pose with a partner, but I wasn't selling my photography tutorials anymore. I think that I was creating content that I thought people would be searching for that would parlay just to get them into my content. So this was an attention, this was an exposure play, if I remember correctly.
Fancy. Fireplaces, midday. I just rented this place. Okay, have you ever been out in public and you really want to take a picture with you and your partner and you don't want to look awkward and it doesn't want to feel like an old prom pose? Been there, done that. I'm going to walk you through a quick tutorial on easy poses that you could pose with your partner, taking pictures on your phone. Back of his phone.
JD's
Yeah,
bad.
I am talking about
JD is
fireplaces. Like
bad.
Manson, forget the scotch tape on his phone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create the frame first.
I want to pause. We were shooting a tutorial with a broken phone. Listen, just get it done. Just get it done. Wow. Okay. So this is us creating content on our phone because a big reason people weren't showing up for marketing was saying, well, I can't do it on my own. So we created a tutorial on how to do it on your own. Overwhelmed by social media posts? Oh, this was an ad. Oh, this was an ad.
I get it. Some days are harder than others, and there's no rhyme or reason for feeling a little off. Quite honestly, you might be feeling stuck and maybe a little overwhelmed too. But you want to know what I want to tell you? The world needs what you have to say. Whether you're feeling confused, overwhelmed, or you just aren't.
This is crazy. This video will still remain probably one of our best performing ads for a social curator. All of it was shot on iPhone. There were no extensive lighting. There was no additional lighting. It was just an iPhone in a space. And the difference here is what you'll notice is that every scene was scripted. Everything was thought about. We thought about, if we're gonna put money and time and effort behind this, then we need to make sure that we're gonna keep people captured. And what you'll notice is, like, every second the scene was changing, and that was 100% intentional. We only learned that on the back of years of creating video content. Our new home reveal, we documented. It was like a just over 2-year process. The place where I film videos now is a home that took us about 2 years to actually build during the pandemic. Don't build during a pandemic. Luna. Oh, she has no hair. My baby.
Okay.
Yeah, this house is 1951, baby. We tore down.
So we cannot wait to get this thing to the
Beautiful.
finish.
I want to pause here for a second. In an earlier video, there was a quick pan away. What video was it? Oh, the video where I was at the boat dock. There was a pan away. I said, oh, I'm so excited, Lindy Galloway is here. I did not know then that years later, Lindy Galloway would be our home interior designer. I sat for a consultation with Lindy. I recorded that video series. You could still see it on my YouTube. I did a free video series talking about how, like, somebody would be able to market their business. I asked Lindy to do that interview. We stayed in contact. I ended up speaking on a panel with her, and then we ended up collaborating on this house. And I said, Lindy, here's one thing that I know how to do. I know how to make video content. Could I, as part of our like home demolition process and building process, can I document the process and can you be invited when we do the reveal? She was like, absolutely. I am blown away. Years later, you can see the free content that we talked about, marketing and building a business with Lindy. Then Lindy at that event, speaking on a panel here in Newport Beach, and then Lindy here again. Shout out, God. Look at this, full circle, baby. Full stinking circle. Dang. Put in the mofo reps. You have no idea what is coming for you, baby. I'm saying this to myself. I don't even know if you're still watching. We're now up present day. Gary Vaynerchuk, how to get attention and embrace the dirt for a long-term success. Stop right now. See? Couldn't get me to cry with JD. I might cry with Gare Bear. I might.
Welcome to the Jasmine Star Show, a place where we talk about life, business, mindset, and today we are talking about day trading attention. I have to tell you that this moment is so much better than I could possibly imagine because not only am I meeting a person who I have looked up to for years, and somebody who I have regular conversations with my friends, like he is my friend. But the fact that I get to do it with an industry peer, somebody I'm so happy and proud. Welcome back our co-host, Amy Porterfield, as she introduces. Yes, girl. So we're back. We have a day full of empowering conversations around business. But today,
I'm literally sweating watching this all over again. Like I was
proud to introduce founder, entrepreneur, multi-time New York Times bestseller.
I was like Pigsty from Peanuts. I was dripping sweat. Like somebody needed to give me a sweat rag.
Gary, thank you and welcome to the Jasmine Star Show.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm happy you're here too, Gary. Oh, okay. I'm so happy we ended with that video because I talk about full circle moments and dang. What the heck? How many times have I cried on freaking YouTube this year? Oh my God, get it together, get it together. It's just long. It's long. The days feel long, man. And here's the crazy thing. This video came out 9 days ago and it doesn't even have 1,000 views. If you go back, there are videos, some of the videos that we showed you, like there were videos that had like, I don't know, over 100,000, 200,000 views on videos that I was making around photography. So to go back and try to revive my channel, it's been like a slugfest. And you know, right now, when I post a video within the first week, they're probably on 400 or 500 views. People are asking, why are you doing this? Why are you spending all this time and money and energy and attention on something that's getting like 400 views when you can use any other social platform? And I'm doing it because it's a time capsule. I'm doing it because I'm documenting. I'm doing it because it's like one brick on top of the other. And just like I pointed out with Promise and Lindy and the evolution, when I look at this video, all I feel is pride. Like we started off in our condo with like a janky camera and like this is what we can do now. Like 13 years and this is what we can do now. So wherever you are in your journey, dang, keep on slugging, baby, keep on slugging. Lay your bricks, document the journey. If nothing else, I am just like so much more determined now to document. Like I'm gonna look back in 13 years and be like, job well done. Like don't stop, continue doing it. And I hope the same for you.